What did he say? Hold on. What? The poised tier? Poised tier is not worthless. You know what? I'm sick of this. I see messages all the time about the poised tier and how it's worthless. It only lasts 10 seconds, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. Here's what 90% of invasions in Elden Ring look like. And it's just magic spam. Endless magic spam. And the convert damage tier and the poise tier essentially turn you into an unkillable god. Because for 10 seconds on the poise tier and 15 seconds on the convert damage tier, you are essentially an unkillable god to these people. I see all the things, oh, that's not long enough, 10 seconds isn't long enough, 15 seconds isn't long enough. I don't think people understand how long 10 seconds is in Elden Ring. So, Physic Flask is popped. We don't even have a stop. We don't even need a stopwatch because we're going to just... Host is dead. Right there. The poise tier allowed me to run through the poke of the Phantom, and it allowed me to run through the magic of the host. Had the Phantom's L2 not pushed me back, he would have been dead too. So that's my Physic basically getting me 2 kills there. I don't think people understand how long 10 seconds is in this game. The time to kill in Elden Ring is so absurdly, and I mean absurdly low, that 10 seconds is more than enough to get a kill. And if this flask, if your flask, anything in the game, is getting you a kill within 10 seconds, that thing is absurdly powerful. And that's what this flask allows you to do. Essentially, magic and any kind of non-physical damage is, you could just ignore it for 10 seconds. 15 seconds, you could ignore the damage. 10 seconds, you could ignore everything because you're just going to walk through it. Rivers of Blood, I don't remember the name of it, but the Dragon Lightning Halberd. All these weapons that are extremely powerful and do this extremely high non-physical damage, or you could just stand there and look at them and laugh. You could watch my invasions where I just say, all right, go ahead, as they're spamming magic on me, because I can just walk into it. This is Elden Ring. This is Elden Ring. This is what the game is. The game is you standing in a small area with someone spamming Pole Blade behind you and Radahn's weapon art in front of you. Look at my health. They essentially didn't hit me. My flask was active. It just ended. My flask, again, wins me the invasion. Because this is what 90% of Elden Ring invasions look like. 90% of them. Now, of course, you are going to get the occasional rare 15-minute long, 20-minute long, invasion that lasts forever, where the hosts or the Phantoms are actually good PvP players who know how to play the game, who aren't going to magic spam you or aren't going to weapon art spam you. Yeah, of course, those are going to happen, but that's 1 in every, 500?
Alrighty.
Like, you could probably count how many you've had of those on one hand in the last however many times you've been playing. Most of the game is this. It's just the same it's just L2 over and over and over again. And I suck at fighting this katana. I didn't realize the last 2 hits were a true combo, and I kind of want to play with it now. But if your flask allows you to get a kill, which my flask allowed me to kill the first Phantom, and that turned it from a 3v1 to a 2v1, which is so much more manageable that I can now get it to a 1v1. That's what you need to be thinking about, is how you can survive the most or get the most benefits from something. If you're not getting the benefits from your flask, then you do something different. I don't like this mentality of, oh, well, that's worthless because it only lasts 10 seconds. It depends on what you do in that 10 seconds. 10 seconds is an eternity, and how you use it is all about how much value you're going to get out of it. If you're not one of those rush in, go crazy kind of players like I am, then yeah, 10 seconds is nothing. But the problem is, with Elden Ring, that's going to be your gameplay 90% of the time. It's going to look like this. It's going to be you in a hallway fighting 2 blasphemous blades that are just going to be pressing L2 over and over and over again. So, basically the moral of the story is, use what works for you, but don't go off this whole you go on Reddit or you go on the wiki and see something's worthless. It's not worthless if it works for you.